Right, so we're going to look at how we can calculate the efficiency of a device or an appliance if we know its useful output energy, that's the type of energy it puts to good use when you supply it with some energy, divided by the total input energy, and of course both of those two things are measured in joules. So if we just have a quick look a second on here, here's our example, okay? An electric motor raises an object, increasing its gravitational potential energy by 60 joules when the motor is supplied with 200 joules of energy by an electric current. Calculate its percentage efficiency. So we need to look at the question and we need to start substituting some values into our formula. So first of all, I need to find the values I need. So the first thing I'm going to find is the useful output energy. So if I read through the question, I can see that the useful output energy in this case is the 60 joules of gravitational potential energy that the object has gained as it's been raised up through. I also need to find my total input energy, and I can see here when the motor is supplied with 200 joules of energy by the electric current. So I found my two values. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to start to substitute those values in. So my efficiency is equal to useful output energy divided by total input energy. So what I'm going to say is my useful output energy is 60 joules. I'm going to divide that by the total input energy, which is 200 joules. I'm just taking the values out of the equation. 60 divided by 200 is obviously going to give me an answer of 0.3, and that would be fine to quote that as the actual answer. But to me, it sounds a bit weird just saying the efficiency is 0.3 because you're used to saying 0.3 somethings. Okay, so what we tend to do with efficiency calculations is we multiply our answer by 100, because then what I can do is quote this as a percentage, and obviously 0.3 times 100 is going to be 30%. I think that makes a much more sense to say that 30% of the total input energy is used usefully. So in this case, every bit of energy that I supply to my electric motor is going to convert 30% of that energy into the useful output energy, which in our case was the gravitational potential energy.